Sports PR is a section of public relations that is a specialized part of the communication field that focuses on shaping an individual or sports organization in the eyes of the public. These specialists work hard to generate positive publicity surrounding sporting events, athletes, and team news. They work to coordinate the flow of information from sports teams to the press, and they play a role in promoting a team's profitability. The PR specialists share team news in a positive light. The PR reps have some important responsibilities that come with their job. These responsibilities include creating media releases to shape public perception, increase knowledge, network of connections with media, preparing media reports, creating speeches, and scheduling news interviews. There are a couple other job opportunities in sports PR, like working in event marketing and planning events for sport complexes, baseball fields, other pro sport arenas and facilities. Sports agent is an individual who looks out for all of the client's best interests and helps their clients sign contracts with teams. There are two types of sports publicists. One who works for professional and amateur teams. The second type works for individual professional athletes. Sport publicists are sometimes called sports information directions, press agents, public relations directors, marketing directors, or director of communication.
While sports public relations is similar to the field of communications and public relations, there are also some differences. There's a lot of negative and false information surrounding and circulating sports, and PR in sports works hard to publicize positive information surrounding sporting events, athletes, and team news. Sports public relations experts will do anything to make an event, team, or athlete maintain their wanted identity or franchise. The functions of sports public relations are very similar to other functions of PR. Sports PR includes aspects of marketing, advertising, and public speaking. Jobs in sports PR may include managing social media, creating advertisements, building team or athlete awareness to promote specific brands, planning promotional events, speaking for athletes or teams in press conferences, writing PR-related sports articles, and many more. The primary difference between sports PR and other types of public relations is that sports PR is solely based around sports and promoting their brand appropriately and properly. There is an increase in popularity surrounding sports PR because of a rise of interest in sports, social media, and the need for brand promotion. A lot of sports public relations positions actually require you to have a general public relations experience prior to a sports PR position. And according to sportsmanagementdegrees.com, projected to grow $145.3 billion in the next 5 years, the sports industry is flourishing with opportunities, especially in sports media. Most PR positions are predicted to have a significant rise in the upcoming years, but this number for sports PR specifically stands out. They also said that employment of PR specialists is expected to grow slightly faster than average by 12%, thus creating 27,400 new jobs by 2022. PR specialists looking to work in sports can find jobs at public relations firms, advertising companies, sports organizations, universities, consulting agencies, and more. PR specialists working in digital and social media will have the best job prospects. As you can see, 2012 data show that entry-level public relations specialists made $54,170. Advertising promotions in PR professional and spectator sports made $66,910. Promotions PR professional in arts, entertainment, and sports sector made $106,701. According to PR Weekly, the median salary for PR professional in the entertainment industry is $90,000 annually. This just shows that even though sports PR is similar in many ways, it varies in a lot, all the way down to the salary.
In 2014, the NHL was accused of neglect in regards to player safety, i.e. concussions. Several players have come forward and informed the NHL that they suffer from CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy, believed to be caused from concussions. A suit has been filed for years against the NHL, yet they refuse to acknowledge the link between CTE and concussions. The NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman released a statement that there is no link between CTE and concussions. This statement infuriated both the players as well as Senator Richard Blumenthal. It could have been improved by the NHL admitting the link between CTE and concussions like the NFL admitted. Even if they weren't 100% sure of the linkage, they should have communicated to the public their efforts in research. They should have also provided a way to ensure the improvement of player safety and how to move forward. They should have implemented two-way symmetric communication and listened to what the public has to say. but instead they ignored them. There is still a suit filed against the NHL.
There is an example of sport PR. The 2011-12 season was highly injurious, both literally and figuratively to the NHL. Two star players, Sidney Crosby and Chris Pronger, suffered serious injuries that lead to a real image problem for the league, in addition to its negative reputation for unnecessary violence. 3 and 2011, under suspicious circumstances, the league failed to engage in good PR practice, and the 2011-12 season saw a decline in fans' loyalty. Therefore, we have to keep in mind when consider our next PR move. When trouble breaks in sport, the best defense is a good PR offensive.
No matter what profession you work in, ethics play a role in the way you conduct yourself, especially in sports. A more ethical approach to athletics is sportsmanship. All athletes and coaches must follow established rules and guidelines of their respective sport. Teams that seek an unfair competitive advantage over their opponent create an uneven playing field which violates the integrity of the sport. To understand the role ethics play in sports and competitions, it is important to make a distinction between gameship and sportsmanship. Gameship is built on the principle that winning is everything and the only thing. Athletes and coaches are encouraged to bend the rules wherever possible in order to gain the competitive advantage over the opponent. Sportsmanship model is built in the idea that sports both demonstrate and encourage character development, which influences the moral character of the broader community. Ethics in sports receive 4 key virtues: fairness, integrity, and responsibility, and respect. They all go back to this whole thing of how PR and sports combine together. Ethics is a big thing, and we have to respect everyone's opinion and respect that ethics does come into a bunch of things, not just your everyday life.
One aspect of sports public relations that can be related back to our in-class discussions is the models of public relations, created by Gruding and Hunt in 1984. These 4 models, as talked about in class, serve as guidelines to create programs, strategies, and tactics for organizations. Unsurprisingly, all 4 strategies can be seen within the field of sports public relations. 1. Press agency and publicity. This is creating news and information to influence public opinions through one-way communication. This often involves persuasion and manipulation while focusing on self-interest. This is seen in sports PR when an organization is seen in the media, typically in good or bad times. For example, the NFL domestic violence scandal. The NFL gave suspension to players in order to gain positive publicity and press agency. 2. Public information. A one-way form of communication that focuses on the accuracy of importance, but the audience is not necessarily essential to the message. This focuses on a higher level of transparency and is seen during injury reports, roster publications, some press releases, and it is often the model used surrounding players' contracts. 3. Two-way asymmetric. This model focuses on feedback, and it is the most important element and works to influence audience attitudes. Two-way asymmetric is not an attempt to gain balanced communication between an organization and their audience, but does not care about audience feedback. This is seen in ticket sales, investments, and often merchandise sales, essentially any aspect that increases an organization's profits. Sports PR workers care about the message and products conveyed by their organization. And finally, 4, two-way symmetric. This model focuses on dialogue, not monologue. The feedback from the public is tied to the organization's practices, meaning that an organization may alter actions based on the feedback they received. This is a mutually advantageous solution. This can be seen most frequently in communication with owners and partners with a team. If an audience of partners wants a change, their say will likely influence the team or organization's practices.